The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, once again, is your boy Ruben up in the hissy. And of course, as always, I'm joined by AG. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, y'all? How you doing? I just do want to let you know that this week the question was very good. Can't wait to get into it.
Awesome. Good. Yo, man, first of all, normally I don't do this.
Uh-oh.
But I need to take a second, man.
Uh-oh. Rant alert.
Nah, I promise I'm gonna keep it 5 minutes, man. Because
Okay.
it's a lot to get into, but it has a very important meaning. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you take care of yourselves. Now, when I say take care of yourselves, I mean, what's going on, Moby?
What's up, Mo?
Chilling, man.
I mean, take care of yourselves, man. Because, about a week and a half, not about 8 days ago, your boy, for once trying to look dapper and stuff, made a actual mistake. All right. And
Who made an
trying
actual
to-
mistake?
me,
Oh, okay.
and trying to look, I don't want to say fly, but around that, every once in a while, I try to dress up, look all right. I didn't wear the appropriate foot apparel, and that shit cost a brother. All right, look, man, and we've said it before up here, and I'm gonna say it straight up, man. Yo, ladies, straight up. Sometimes heels are not necessary. I understand you want to look fly, but you need to take care of your goddamn feet, yo, because your feet is what it is. And trust and believe. Most men, I'm going to say most because I think this is a fair assessment. Most men ain't going to turn you down if you wearing like appropriate shoes. So, once again, I didn't wear the appropriate shoes because, as we know on the show, your boy's a type 2 diabetic. I wear special shoes so I don't fuck up my feet. Well, I didn't wear those special shoes and I fucked up my feet. And then on top of that, I doubled down on that. And when I realized I fucked up my feet, I didn't get it taken care of in a timely manner. AKA, before I went on a work trip, shit fucks up everything. Now, as of Thursday, I got the appropriate, urgent care help. And right now the feet are healing. They're getting better. All I'm saying is, yo, real talk. I know sometimes we all want to look cute and sexy and whatever. Don't risk your health for that shit. Just don't. I'm not saying go out there and look like terrible because, whatever. But I'm saying, hey, if you need to wear something to make sure your shit good, just wear it. Just wear it. That's all I'm saying. And I like to shout out, do I wear heels? No. But
That's what I thought.
But
That's what I was thinking too.
I will say I can't wear them shits because it'll fuck up my feet. So I'll say this. Shout out to my older bro and his wife. Hung out with him this weekend. It was good to get away, get some country air. And they helped take care of me a little bit. So, shout out to that. And yeah, man. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, the number one important thing is you. not what you look like, not how cute you are at that moment, because never sacrifice your health for being the cutest thing there up and down. Hey man, if you're gonna walk for a little bit and you ain't trying to wear those heels, take some other shoes with you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's my little rant. Yep, I fucked up my feet, but I'm on the road to recovery.
Amen.
So, you know, shout out to all those like Moby who was along for that ride that he didn't want to be along with, but he helped me out as well. So shout out to Moby as well. But
Shout out to Moby. Ain't nothing like family.
Hey, bro.
Take care of your feet.
Take care. I mean, sometimes you gotta take care of the hog maws, baby.
You realize you have to help us understand, the relationship between shoes and being a diabetic. What kind of special shoes do you have?
So, being a diabetic, like the first thing to really, as far as type 2, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, the first thing to really go is feet, blood flow and all that stuff.
Okay, say all that over again because we can't understand you.
Can't understand me?
There we go.
Oh, my bad.
I think it was the internet connection.
Oh, like it's blood flow.
Okay.
So for some people, the blood doesn't flow as well as it should to all parts of your body. But the first group that hits the hardest is your feet. So like if you hurt your feet, sometimes it's hard to heal. And then like I have neuropathy in my feet, so I may not necessarily feel it. So I can put my feet up and I may not even feel it.
Okay.
And that's kind of what happened. Like I kind of felt something, but I didn't know what it was. But then I got home and looked at that shit. I was like, oh shit, you fucked your shit up. So
understood.
All I'm saying, hey man, it doesn't matter if you're a diabetic or not, man. If you're in a situation where you wearing some clothes that I know you're trying to look cute, maybe that ain't the move. Like if it's fucking 20 degrees outside, if you're a lady and you coming out with the shortest skirt ever, may not be a good idea. That's all I'm saying. Make sure we wear appropriate things to do what we need to do, but make sure that you still good. That's what I'm saying.
Man, fuck that shit. SOE, sexy over everything.
Says the diabetic. Okay. This is what we're doing, people.
Sexy over everything.
Oh my God.
I was in the hospital for damn near 2 weeks because of my foot. So
was it worth being sexy for it?
Every day.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, let me see. Black Witcher Child, my pops got diabetic shoes, and I promise I gone to his house just to walk around in them. Yeah, they flop because they're too big, but hell yeah, they're comfortable. I mean, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Sometimes they're them New Balance shoes that, people who do work in be wearing, as Moby, said. What are those called, Moby?
The official shoes of getting shit done, man.
All right. The Air Monarchs.
Air Monarchs, yeah.
They're not diabetic, but shit gets done in Air Monarchs. But yeah, man. Other than that, I'm off the soapbox a little bit. I just need to give a couple shout outs. We'll talk a little bit about something else later. But so AG, man, how was your weekend? How was your week, bro?
I was off for 3 days, bro. I enjoyed my entire weekend, so it was good. Me and the wife hung out and did stuff.
Who did you kill to get that?
I have 3 days off every weekend, every other weekend, but sometimes I don't take it. But lately I'll front load it so I can have my weekend off because I have it twice a month. So.
Okay, well, good shit. So you and the young lady did some work.
We always doing work. Sometimes we do work by watching TV all day.
Hey,
that's work.
Hey.
By the way, speaking of that, if you have not seen Shirley, it's really, really good.
Shirley,
about Shirley Chisholm on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
Cool. Yo, have you seen what is it? Honk, Jesus Save Your Soul. Honk.
I saw it last year, a couple of years ago. It was interesting.
That shit was funny as fuck, man. Have you seen the movie?
No, I have not.
Bro,
it's interesting.
You need to see it just for if you see the first 20 minutes, that in itself, you're either gonna say fuck this shit, okay, I'm in it. Because when they get in the car and they go to the church at night, you remember what I'm talking about, AG?
Vaguely. It's been a minute.
When I want to say, so it happens when people just how do I want to say it? Come out of their shell a little bit, and so you may have, church going people listening to like NWA or some shit like that, or some Snoop Dogg in the car, and then you wonder like, the fuck, or like how people go to church, and then like you get home and they say every curse word that was ever created and create their own.
Or the pastor has an affinity for young men.
Yeah, you need to see that. Yeah, that's just funny as fuck.
It's interesting because all things being equal, if Regina Hall's in my bed, I'm not thinking about young.
Oh, Regina Hall's fucking so funny.
So I'm just saying, but it is pretty good. I was impressed. It was pretty good.
Cool. How was your week, Moby?
It's over.
Oh damn! It's like that,
Bro, I've been to this weekend 8 AAU basketball games and 2 flag football games. Bro,
flag football.
Yeah.
Who's playing flag football?
Nobody, but the organization I coach for, they apparently hustled me into kind of being out there.
They hustled you?
Yeah, because I hate fraudulent football. That's what I call flag football. It's fraudulent football.
Because they don't hit nobody?
Not even that. Like they don't hit anybody, and they got magic rules for kids, which I don't get.
Magic rules.
Yeah, like the center is allowed to go out for a pass, and I'm just like, how? Yeah, it's fraudulent football. and the organization I coached for last year, and the new organization I'm coaching with this year, of course they put us as week 1. So I played my old team this weekend.
Did you win?
I mean, yeah, we won, but that's not what it's about. Like, it was funny because like some of the parents, probably some of the toxic people I talked about on the show several times.
Oh,
I walked over to their sidelines after the game because I was going to talk to the players, and I had parents saying, "Don't you come over here, you fucking traitor," blah blah blah.
What?
And I realized who I was, man. Like, because I didn't give 2 fucks about them. I was still dapping their kids up and
they think you better than honor, bro.
And joking. Yeah, some of them do. It ain't all of them. In defense, it ain't all of them. It's some of them. But the kids, one of the kids like, "Damn dog, you left me." And he didn't say, "Damn dog, you left me," but he did say, "You left me." And I was
pretty
like,
much said, "Damn dog, you left."
Yeah, and I was just like, "Bro, I stay around the corner from you still, man. Like, I invited you to the crib. Like, you can." I'm trying to do off-season workouts even with my old players because I'm like, I don't care what team y'all play for. Like, I've been coaching this kid for like 3 years, man. I love this kid like he mine, man. Like, and that's no bullshit, man. He's just like one of those guys that I just really, really rock with. I want him to do good things. But I mean, I was joking with the players, so I thought the players were a little bit standoffish with me, but during the game, I'm on the sideline. So every time they were near my sideline, I would be joking and coaching them still, even though they weren't on my team. So I think they got over that shit.
So I have a question. So is this the city's quote unquote spring football?
No, I mean, it's just a flag. It's the Chesterfield Quarterback League. They have a flag football league. It's the same organizations, but I guess you can call it like their spring football. But yeah, it's just.
Why don't they just do spring football?
First of all, I'm glad they don't do spring football because I personally think kids are playing just too much contact football year round. So, I mean, I'm glad they don't.
But you hate this shit.
Yeah, it's not that I hate it. I'm first of all, I'm a lineman guy. So I don't really like if ain't no fat guys out there doing work, I ain't really here for it.
But the fat guy can go catch a pass. Though.
And that's actually what bothers me too, because I get it, man. Every fat man got a dream, but like we don't need to be selling him on this dream that ain't gonna happen. Like,
wait a minute. Every fat man got a dream.
Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in high school, my teammate Tevis, Shout out to Tevis, one of the best offensive line coaches in the state of Virginia. He's coaches for Maury. But our coach called us dreams and aspirations because, like, at practice, we would always be joking about lining up at wide receiver or running back. And he'd be like, dreams and aspirations.
Oh. He just killing y'all spirit.
He was just like dreams and aspirations, bro. Y'all are never gonna not have y'all hand in the ground. Like it's just not in the cards for you. Although he promised me if we got up by a certain amount of points, he'd line me up at wide receiver, and he forgot. But the coach, but to Coach Bo's credit, he looked at me and he was like, "Damn, I'm sorry." And you know what? That meant everything to me. I was like, "All right, man, it's cool. You know." Because I told him, man, you line me up at wide receiver one time, man, I'm going to shine on these niggas, man. They don't want me to shine. That's all it was.
Oh,
They
they
just ain't want me to
shine.
Nah, they ain't want me to shine. My boys, though, dude, like all during the spring we'll be warming up, man. They ain't want me to shine, man. They ain't want me to shine.
I mean,
because one thing I've realized by a lot of big guys, man, big guys got good hands, man. We don't drop shit because we know we ain't gonna get no opportunity afterwards. Like
I have never really seen that played out on average. Y'all have good hands.
Look, man, I'm telling you, if you go to any football team right now, just randomly throw a football at a fat guy and watch him catch it. just watch him catch it.
I mean, they did that a couple weeks ago in the
the center.
Yeah.
Now they'll joke about it, and the first thing he said was, "I just didn't want to drop it." And you know why he felt that way? Because we know, we got one shot. We got one shot at this. Like wide receivers don't know about pressure. They don't know about having that one shot, that one time to shine.
Wide receivers don't know about that pressure.
They don't know about that pressure. Having one time to shine.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Well, I'm sorry you never got your one time to shine, bro.
Oh no, it's cool. I caught an interception. So like, look, I flashed the hands.
I mean, how do you catch an interception on offense?
I was defensive line. I was defensive lineman, man.
Oh, okay.
And I caught we had a play called nose cover where I dropped back in the covers and I caught a one-hand interception. It was sweet.
With the big paws.
So you did shine one time.
Yeah,
big paws.
I shined on them. They knew what time it was.
But you ain't never did no varsity blues joint. Hey, is that play where I go down the field looking like I'm crazy or something?
Oh,
Look,
man, that's hilarious.
They if I'd have got the ball one time, I'd have messed it up for everybody, man. I'd have messed it up for everybody because I actually could run. Like I think I ruined this one kid from Moore's whole career, man. Because because I was playing offensive line and our quarterback. No, let me not say our quarterback. Our third string quarterback, because that's how far back we were in. Our third string quarterback threw an interception in the end zone, and the safety took off down the sideline.
You did not run him back.
And I caught him.
Oops. Yeah, they're gonna talk about it in their players.
And as I was running down the sideline, the coach was, "You bet not let that fat motherfucker," and I caught him.
That means that dude was out of gas.
Now I'm not. No. Fuck him.
That's not.
I was out of gas.
Well, yeah, I expect that.
I mean, look, if they had oxygen machines on a high school level, boy, I'd have been all in that oxygen machine.
Do you know how long they talked about that dude in film room?
Oh hell yeah! Because I walked his ass down. Like,
never lived it down.
I legit walked. They won't know taking an angle. I was behind him and I caught him.
That's so bad.
Was it a linebacker?
No, he was a safety.
Safety.
Oh damn.
Exactly.
That means you got no wheels, son.
No, man. Stop disrespecting my wheels.
I'm not disrespecting
this
your
his wheels, bro. Like I could run. I can't no more. You know, the kids were like, "Man, you can't run." I'm like, "Nigga, I'm old now. Like, my day's over. I've accomplished all I've want to accomplish." But back in the day, I could get down once. You know, I was good for one sprint. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I think I faked the injury on the next play just to come out the game. Like, bro, I think I pulled an imaginary muscle. Like, what's hurt? Everything. What's hurting? My lungs. I think I pulled my.
You think you pulled your lung?
I think I got a pull ribbed.
All right. I hit with the fire 4 times, so you know he was about it. So man, let's get into this today. So
yeah, I got stuff recorded for this.
So I sent a clip out probably a couple hours ago. I don't know if y'all got a chance to.
Man, F your clips.
Man, that's fine.
Wow, that's
but-
cold.
I mean, it's fine, but still, I'm not gonna play it because Jimmy Kimmel might fucking sue me. But basically, it's a Jimmy Kimmel clip, and it shows, former President Trump.
Cooning in America. That's what it shows.
He ain't cooning.
I didn't say he was cooning.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
It definitely did show some cooning.
Yeah, it did.
that's very true.
So basically, because hey man, Trump loves the black people, and he went to Chick-fil-A because that's where all the black people hang out apparently in Atlanta, Georgia, and bought 20 milkshakes of 30 milkshakes and some like chicken sandwiches or whatever because I'm rich, so I'm gonna buy the lowly black people some food. And of course, there's always one. And she had to speak and thank you, President Trump. Hugged him and shit. And he, you know what? I will give him credit though, man. He might have gave the vicious side hug ever. Cause she was trying to get all up in there, and he was like, nah. You get
That's not exactly true. She was all up on his chest. That's not true. He embraced her for real. It was a side hug for sure, but he embraced her.
But I mean, you can look at his face was like, yo, chick, you too close.
I don't know if it was like that. He grabbed her pretty good. I mean, after it was over, he was like, okay, goodbye now.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting that, I'm gonna buy the black people some lunch. And I was just like, hold on, man. No bullshit. I ain't never seen Chick-fil-A full of only black people. Maybe they do. That's how they do that shit in Atlanta. Maybe, But what if there are white people in there? Did they get one too? No, you're not black, so you don't get the free food. Like, what the fuck, man? And so the two things you're gonna choose the chicken sandwich, which okay. Yeah, he messed up. And you're gonna choose the 1,500 calorie milkshake. Bruh.
What? It's Chick-fil-A.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, but what's your point with this?
I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, first of all, like, where in Atlanta was a number of black people at Chick-fil-A?
Well, from what I understand, that part of Atlanta where this Chick-fil-A is, I think, is black. I saw an Instagram reel. Somebody explained to me how random it was for him to show up at that particular one, based on where it is with respect to the airport and all the things. And I was like, wow. So it wasn't as random as it seemed. It was a strategic thing.
Of course, but I ain't never seen no Chick-fil-A in the hood. So, like,
kind of not in the, I mean, based on the description, but at the same time, man, it's Atlanta. Atlanta is one of those places that's kind of a unicorn to me.
Yeah.
Where black people run free at all levels. So
black people run free.
I'm just saying. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
And Black Morticia Adams says, yeah, get them some chicken and a 3-second hug. That'll get them votes.
Because at the end, the lady was really fun. She said, tell my mom I made it.
Yeah, bro. Like, really? That's making it? Oh, God.
Hey, man. Everybody's got their own thing.
And apparently mods are blocking her comments, man. That means Trump's got it out there, man. Up shit. But what it does lead is to our first question. And I don't know what happened to Moby.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Because, he went through this a couple weeks ago that he explained to us, which I thought was hilarious. But the question is, man, man, because I don't get it. I truly do not understand it.
I do.
But why do some black people like Trump?
Well, since I'm the only one here, I'll go ahead and start. And I'm going to start with a clip from, I think it's one of the news outlets. But here's my clip.
Oh, shit. This motherfucker playing clips today?
Donald Trump at a group of black conservatives. He made a number of headline-making comments, including this one. Take a look.
I got indicted a second time and a third time and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so
The
bad.
black people.
Discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated
Oh
against.
God.
Congressman, it sounds like Donald Trump was implying that he can win black voters because they get indicted all the time, too. Is that what he was saying?
Well, I think it's in part of that. That's part of it, Kristen. Look, it was a great night Friday night in Columbia, South Carolina. The president was really just enjoying himself. It was a great celebration for black conservatives across our country. But let's be very clear. Our economy is a mess. Our border is completely unsecured. These things are causes of major concerns for black voters, like it is for every voter in our country. But then when you layer on the fact that, yes, this is political persecution from the Department of Justice and from radical DAs throughout our country, this is something similar that black people had to deal with the justice system themselves. And so their look of it is real simple. Well, dang, if the government's going after him with foolishness, he can't be that bad, especially considering the fact that Joe Biden is terrible at his job.
Congressman, let's just be clear. All 4 indictments against former President Trump were brought by grand juries. There is no evidence that the indictments are political in nature. But let me stick to the question here. Let me get you to respond to Biden campaign co-chair and former Congressman Cedric Richmond, who said this about his comments. Donald Trump claiming that black Americans will support him because of his criminal charges is insulting. It's moronic, and it's just plain racist. How do you respond to that charge that it's just plain racist?
What I would say is that Cedric is trying to play politics and use racial politics even now as we get into the general election. That's one. Number two, like I said at the top, the number one reason why minority voters in our country want to support Donald Trump is because he did the job of president. He did a great job as president. Our country was secure. The economy was great. These are all things that Donald Trump talked about Friday night. He also did talk about the indictments. What Americans don't want to see, especially black Americans and anybody else, they don't want to see a politicized Justice Department. They don't want to see a two-tier system of justice. They want justice to be followed. They want Lady Justice to be blind. That's what the American people want. That's what black voters want. That's what everybody wants.
Well, now this is a congressman from Florida, and I don't think I need to tell you that this is a black man. And he is a ultra supporter and caper for Trump. Now the question is why? And Mo B, it was like maybe it was a year ago, maybe 6 months ago. Mo B expressed to me, or us, not just me, but us, how unsatisfied he had been with Biden as president. He didn't say he did anything wrong in particular, but he said he kind of felt like he didn't do anything good either. And it was just kind of like, I said, and at the time I was like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. But after that, I kept that in my hip pocket. And after that, a lot of these things that the congressman has said are becoming much more prevalent. And so, number one, black people are easily endeared to. If you sound a little black, if you can sing or whatever, and when I say sing, I mean S-A-N-G, not
sang.
N-G. Yes.
If
you can sing, then you endear yourself to black people. I think that we're easily manipulated that way. Because, see, at that point, if you can do something good, like Eminem is a great example, and I'm not trying to pick on him at all, but what I'm saying is, if you are good at any thing that's labeled black and you don't misappropriate it, especially, you go into the cookout. In fact, we're going to come pick you up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. In this way, which is connected to the whole criminal thing, black people have been over-policed, have been, just kind of like hunted by law and order when we didn't do anything wrong. And when we do something wrong, it's usually extra, right? So him endearing himself that way to us, some black people are like, yeah, that's right. Like the man said, the government come to get him like he come to get us. No, but in their minds, it's a big yes. Now, again, Mo B has said this before himself about how he felt. Then all of this stuff started happening. And I'm like, wow, this matters. Because my wife was like, no, that's not true. I said, no, you're not listening. Because the next thing Mo said was he mentioned the STEMI check. Now, here's the breakdown of the STEMI check, which you broke it down for us, Ruben. That was the Speaker of the House, the lady Speaker of the House that retired. I forgot her name.
Nancy Pelosi.
Thank you. Pelosi was the one that made that happen. But if you recall, Trump was like going to shut the government down almost if his name wasn't on the check. That's all he cared about. He cared about his name being on that check. So if you're just surface and you just look at your check and you see Donald J. Trump on it, that's who gave it to you. And so after Mo said what he said, a few months later, I kept hearing it. In fact, I had never heard STEMI check before in my life. And then 90 days later, I hear it all the time. And I told my wife, I was like, you over there messing around like you was messing around in 2015. And I tried to tell you, you're not looking at the tea leaves. This matters. The black vote matters, and it's being fractured. And it's all over the little things that Joe seemingly hasn't done, or actually hasn't done, that Donald J. Trump keeps reminding you that he's done, that really he didn't really do. But he's reminding you and putting it in your face in a place in which you can remember. I gave you that check. And then when you look at the check, if you could, some people didn't get the check, but if you could look at the check, whose name on it? Donald J. Trump's name is on it. So you put all of those things together. And again, the biggest thing, a lot of people feel like Biden is not helping them in particular or at all, especially black people. And they got receipts. And I can't deny that, because if you characterize it a certain way, or maybe even in general, has he really done anything with black people for real? It could be debatable. And in some ways, you can't even debate it. So when you put all that together and you mix it up, you get a big dough ball of Donald Trump is my man. He looking out for me. Even if I don't like him, at least he 100. That is what's going on here. Now, is that all black people? No. But it's enough, and it matters, and it's gonna matter in November. And if you don't think so, you're high, because this whole thing is not getting better. It's getting worse or better, depending on your perspective. Black people that are conservative and are Trumpsters or MAGAs or whatever you want to call it, they're growing in numbers by the moment. And based on what I've seen, it's legit. And if you don't think it's legit, you're about to get your feelings hurt. So, in my opinion, that is the answer to your question.
Okay. I'm glad to have Mo B back. And as Black Morticia said, Mo B be the darkest person up here. He ain't got time for that Trump talk. But,
she ain't wrong. she is not wrong.
All right. But while you were gone, Mo B, AG played the clip about Trump in front of the black conservative caucus. I guess it was 6 months ago, AG? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. It was a while ago.
When, he was like, the black people, we talked about that, I think, when it happened, and how, they pretty much, rally to him because they see themselves in him because of the police and all that stuff. So, pretty much before I go, the question is, why are black people liking Trump? So, your opinion, Moby?
I mean, because black people are people. I mean, to try to box black people in a group together and ask why do black people like Trump? A lot of people like Trump for different reasons. I mean, and it is, as much as it just sounds like an excuse for me to say nigga, but I mean, the truth of the matter is there are some black people that like Trump, and there are some niggas that like Trump, and they like Trump for two different reasons. Like, you have some black people who like the idea of conservatism. They like the idea of what the Republican Party says, to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. They like the idea of it because, I've stated before, black people at their core are far more conservative than politics would have you believe. And black people are extremely conservative. Most of the things that the Republican Party used to lean behind, religious and family and all that used to be a description of what the black family strived to be. And then you have the niggas, and niggas just like Trump because they like anything or anybody that seems contrarian to popular ways of. They like anybody who can take a shortcut on life and win. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas love that shit. Like that's why we used to love gangster movies, and that's why there's an affinity for drug dealers. People say, oh, well, that's the only way out. No, man, we like the idea of getting there quick, taking shortcuts, quote unquote, risking it all for shiny shit. And nobody embodies that better than Trump. In many ways, Trump is a nigga role model because it's like, yo, this motherfucker don't play by the rules. He fake rich, but he can play rich at the same time. He got the police coming at him, but he keep beating these charges. Like, yo, I would challenge you to say, find a nigga more gangster than Trump by nigga definitions of gangster. And it's a hard task to find somebody that's more gangster than Trump. So why would that sect of people not like him? I mean, there's a sect of black people that support Kanye West for whatever fucking reason. There's a sect of black people that think Kyrie Irving is blackballed by the NBA because he has contrarian beliefs, and it's like, no, people don't like him because he says stupid shit sometimes. It's like, but we will find a common enemy. Nobody can find a common enemy with anybody quite like black people. We just will piggyback on a common enemy. And if the man is the enemy of the day, we'll find somebody that we feel like the man is doing wrong. And Trump yells from the mountaintops all the time that they out to get him. And there's a whole bunch of black people that every day tell themselves and everyone else they out to get me. So they see themselves in Trump. I mean, most people like it because you can't say black people love Trump's political views or loves what he's done for black people. Because, man, 90% of people can't name a goddamn policy. Can't name a single fucking policy. We basically just judge people based on if we like they get down or not. Like, yo, Clinton, nobody knew what the fuck Clinton wanted to do. We just kind of liked his get down. He seemed kind of cool. He said he smoked some weed. He played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. He was like, that nigga cool with us.
Is he wrong? He is not wrong.
And when you talk about Obama, it's like Obama was like, hey, man, that nigga cool as shit. Like, Obama could say a lot of nothing. And it's gonna sound smooth as shit. Like Obama just had a very pimp tone when he talked. It's very pimp tone-ish when he talked. And we just, people are like, oh man, he inspires me to change. Like, no, man, he just made me feel good about myself every time he talked. And that's some real pimp shit right there. Like at the time, I didn't know about a lot of Obama's policies when he was first coming up. It was just like, hey, when that nigga talk, I feel good about myself. That's real pimp shit right there.
Yeah, we can do this.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. I mean, basically, yo, he was out there talking to his hoes on the corner. They was like, I ain't got no more, daddy. Yes, we can. Yes. Yes, we can.
Oh my God. Yes, we can.
He said,
so he don't even need to pull out the coat hanger for that, right?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. When by we, I mean, bitch, you. But yes, we can.
That was hilarious.
So, yeah, I mean, thank you, Moby. And like when I looked at this subject, I was like, because I keep hearing that Biden ain't done nothing for black people. And I keep hearing Trump's done everything for black people. Well, I do remember that Trump had all those HBCU leaders in the Oval Office, and he signed, giving money to the HBCUs, that sort of thing. Public spectacle. Because, when you do shit, you gotta let everybody know you did some shit.
But in his defense, he is creating receipts, though. I just want you to know.
I'm about to say that's marketing,
right?
This actual administration has done some things. They're just fucking horrible at marketing it.
Correct. Very much so. Very much so. So I did some digging. All right. In February 2023, the White House put out a fact sheet. Basically said, fact sheet, the Biden-Harris administration advances equality and opportunity for Black Americans and communities across the country. And literally, it's a page, and I'm gonna share it with the group that you can look at your own, whatever. But it's one of those things where it shows everything they did. And that's the thing. Like, I used to work for, not who I currently work for somebody else, and their biggest issue is, they never. I'm not saying you gotta come out and be like, yo, motherfucker, we did this shit. We over here doing this. But every so often, you had to fight for your jobs because the locality didn't really know what you were doing. I mean, you not saying you didn't do no shit, but if you don't put it out, what they say, if it ain't no picture or video, that shit didn't happen. And that's what it was. They did a horrible job in promoting themselves. And it got to a point where literally, they go and then they would get a whole bunch of signatures and they would fight. And yeah, all right, we're going to re-up that, But they never learned that, hey, we need to let people know what we out here doing to let people know that we doing something. And the money ain't just going to waste. So that group, from what I understand, is still trying to learn that. Because from what I could tell, they still ain't really learned it very well. So, and this is the same thing here. Like you just said, Moby, and AG, Trump out here making receipts. Let's be real, man. He went to the goddamn Chick-fil-A Friday. So, I mean, who cares? But he hugged on some black woman who was probably too close, probably passed to Mississippi, and stuff like that. But you know what? He sucked it up because he needs that receipt.
I don't know if he sucked it up because he looked like he was pulling away from her like he thought he was going to catch the black.
I mean, that's what I said, but AG disagreed.
No, what I'm saying is, when she first went over there, he did embrace her, and she was up under his chest, up under his armpit. But yes, at the same time, it didn't last long. It's time for you to go, Miss Black person. It's time for you to go. And so all I'm saying was, in the moment, in the split moment, he was into it, and then until okay, I got my receipt. Good night. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and like working with kids, man. To me, that's what she looked like to me. Oh my God, it was a great week. I'm coming back next summer. You gonna be here? Then whatever answer you answer, and then it's like sometimes, man, love kids, but it's like a bull in the china shop. They come and you got a split second to do that little side. So it's a side hug, and it's not one of the front hugs. So I mean, and that's what it looked like for Trump, which I'm not gonna front. Looking at it was kind of funny, but she was like super excited.
She was,
and stuff like that. But he made.
Tell my mama I made it.
Yeah, yep. She said, "Tell my mama I made it."
That's a quote.
Yeah,
that's the last thing she said.
Like, quote. Yo, really?
Yes, really. That happens.
Yeah, because all she ever wanted to accomplish in life was being a coon. Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it.
Oh my god!
I knew he was going to call her that.
But is he wrong?
No, he's not.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying, right? And so, yeah, I put the link up there, and I agree. I think the problem is because you hear black people all the time. Biden ain't never did enough for us. You sure? Or just because you ain't seen it?
Well, sometimes they're right, but a lot of times, like we're talking about, Biden isn't trying to create receipts. He's just about that business.
Now, what he did do is he made a lot of promises. He was really loud on the campaign trail about being for us. And then the loudest thing he did in his administration was the Asian hate bill. Like, he was loud about that. You know, they were trying to pass the George Floyd police reform. Crickets. Not one goddamn thing said by the administration. And not trying to minimize it. Few Asian people get killed, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta come take a stand about this because Asian are the brown white people of the country, so we got to make sure that they feel protected. Yes, I know that sounds harsh, but that's how a lot of black people took that. When we've got decades worth of like on TV in public type shit happening, and it takes a couple random, I shouldn't say random because they were attacking Asians.
They weren't random.
They weren't random, but we've been getting attacked by a certain gang called police for a century, and they had a weekend of where the block was hot for Asians, and he came out loud on the Asian hate bill. So it's like, and I'm not saying that bill shouldn't have happened. Like, I had no problem with that bill. I do have a problem with that bill jumping over all the shit that we were trying to do, and that all the shit that he talked about on his campaign about being for police reform and all of these things. And then as soon as he got there, motherfucker hasn't done a goddamn thing. Now, out of all those things you listed, not one of them motherfuckers say anything about police reform. Not there, none of them. Triple negative on that ass.
Not now, no. That's impressive.
I'm saying, see, Ruben, this is what I was talking about.
Nah,
I'm telling you, man, and see, that is going to split the vote to the point to where I just think that Trump, lately the polls say that, but I don't believe any polls.
nah.
But I'm saying this is what gives Trump a legit chance if he don't get indicted.
Yeah, I think polls are interesting because
Convicted. So
I think polls are interesting because like they're never right in the grand scheme. Every time they do polls and they talk about, this person gonna win and that person gonna win, that person never wins.
Don't be a prisoner of the moment, man. Until 1.5 elections ago, Ruben, them polls used to be right the fuck money on, man. Like, those polls were really fucking accurate. We used to always have a pretty good fucking idea how people were going to swing. The problem is once a black man got in office and the white people had to really ask themselves, were they really okay with that? Then their racism started to talk loud, so they started to get a little bit more secretive on these polls. A lot of people who were like, I would never vote for a motherfucker like Trump, voted for a motherfucker like Trump. Because, but like I said, one thing these white people are scared to be called, don't you put a white person in a position to have to call themselves racist. Don't do it. And that's what a lot of them polls were doing. Do you vote for Trump? Fuck no, I hate that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for him. I'm gonna vote for him. But I gotta tell you, I'm opposed to this asshole.
Yeah, it's to me they're interesting, but I feel like they're almost kind of useless. Because like you said, about 1.5 elections ago, like the one that Trump won, all the polls said Hillary's gonna win that shit.
But Ruben, you don't throw out decades worth of proven success because the shit didn't work once or twice. Like, you just don't do it.
So it's got to not work 3 times?
No, it's got to not work for a consistent amount of time. And look, the only polls that don't seem to be reflectory on like how the actual results have really been the presidential election.
Yeah.
So them polls work everywhere else. If the polls didn't have like a real reason for, if they didn't have a real reason for doing it strategically, they wouldn't waste so much money doing it, Ruben.
True.
So trust me,
True
those
that.
polls are effective.
True that. I'll give you that. Well, good stuff. You know, I figured, you know, that's been kind of bubbling on the surface for us. And every time we get to the point we're going to talk about it, something happens. But I was like, fuck this. We're going to talk about this shit today.
I mean, we got plenty of time to talk about it because that's all they're going to be talking about soon is, you know, our new old President Trump.
So, let's move on to the second question today. So, yeah. So, of course, Beyonce comes out with a new album. This is not stuff we normally talk about, but with the context is important.
I got to ask you before you even get into the question, have you heard the album?
I have not.
Okay.
So I don't have an opinion on the album.
It's not a country album.
Well, I don't have an opinion on the album, and that's not where I'm going with it.
But that's interesting to start with.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
So, just because, I mean, honestly, I don't really listen to Beyonce. I just don't. I mean, her old stuff, I've started to grow on. But yeah, like her last couple albums, that's not my speed.
First of all, they weren't made for you.
Exactly.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. They're not made for you.
Not at all.
That's right. Did your wife cheat on you, Ruben?
Not as far as I know.
Okay, there you go.
So, and that's what I'm saying. You know, Becky with a good hair. I mean, you know, way to put that out there, B. So, but there was a, you know, because everybody's got assholes and opinions. So this white woman comes out and basically says, you know, you're making a country album. Why you making a country album? I know you from Texas. Blah blah blah. And she uses some racist epithets in it. So my first question is going to be, one, and I think I might have answered it. Have y'all listened to the album? Either one of you?
I have not listened to any other tracks besides the one that's playing them for the most part, but my wife has, and she was shocked because she's like, "Oh, the record is not a country record."
Well, here's the thing: Beyonce didn't call it a country record.
Yeah, I understand that.
Beyonce said it's a Beyonce album.
Yeah, but
Now, she said she made some country motivated songs because, quote unquote, how she felt she was treated when she was at the Country Music Awards, which, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. But no, AJ, you're right. I have listened to it. Not a country album.
It's got country tracks on it.
I mean, it's got, to be honest, like it's a fusion mixtape to me.
Okay.
Because it has a lot of different sounds on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really feel like it has any direction other than it's just going to be the biggest fucking production ever.
Okay.
But
Now,
that's kind of what Beyonce does now. Just everything is big production.
But
I
is
will
it
say
good?
that I think the other reason why, I'll get into my answer after that, but Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson did take part. I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, of course. I mean, you Beyonce.
I mean, the track. I actually like some tracks of that. I really like the track with Miley Cyrus. I think it's a dope track. She's got a track up there called Desert Eagle, which gives me real Rockwilder vibes because it's like the beat in the song is so dope, but it's like 1 minute and 15 seconds long. It's like, why the fuck would you make the hottest track like this tease? You fucking tease. And I'll be honest, there's something about when Beyonce is just like singing or talking dirty that just, she's really good at it. Like she's just really fucking good at it. And every time I hear it, I just go, Jay-Z must have a lot of goddamn money because like I just can't put them two together without just the money being like at the forefront of my thought.
But I mean, both of them have money.
Yeah, AG, but like this nigga got a lot of. Hold on, AG.
I mean, he got $2 billion, but I'm saying both of them had at one point they were the same person financially.
No. See, here's the thing. I'm not even talking about he's got a lot of money. Like that's why Beyonce's with him. Like he's got so much money that he doesn't even have normal human reactions to how I feel most people will react. All right, so you're Jay-Z. You are with a sex symbol. I'm not saying she sells her sex. I'm just saying when people talk about attractive women and who is like an ideal or model of attractive woman, Beyonce's name is right there.
Sure.
She dragged his ass for 2 years in a row with an album and a concert, and just publicly dragged this nigga. And he had to just sit there off stage, take it, and count the money. Now, don't get me wrong, it's easier to take it when you're also counting the money, but the male ego suggests that what should you be doing if you're paid and your wife's putting you on Front Street now, and now you starting to look like just the worst human being in the world. Like, I expected Jay-Z to like get in the gym, be like tight, like really be really conscious about his look, and it seems like this nigga has progressively given less of a fuck of how he looks. Like he's free forming the locks now. He be out here in sweats and Jesus walk sandals and shit. Like, it's like, this dude has doubled down on the fact that, nigga, I am rich. Yes, my wife made an album dragging my ass about cheating on her, and you know what? I'm so fucking paid. I left this bitch unscathed. All I had to do was do the Kobe method, buy this bitch a bigger ring, and look at me now.
And shut the fuck up.
And I'm just like, yo, like, because if I'd have got dragged like that publicly, AG, you want to talk about somebody in the public eye that have been ripped? You know what I'm saying? I would have been ripped. I'd have been like on all of the women's shows, just talking and navigating.
I don't believe you would.
AG, as much as I don't want to believe that would be that guy, you can't get that.
But you were wrong to start with, man.
AG, it ain't about right or wrong. It's about ego. It's about ego and just look. Yes, you were wrong. You were wrong, AG. And here's the thing. This is the difference between what men and women are allowed to do.
Like, absolutely.
When a man is wrong, it is her job to remind you of it forever.
Yes.
When she is wrong, it's your job to make her feel like she's never wrong.
Right. Or you just have a limit on how mad you can be.
No. You have to accept her flaws and all. Because that the beauty is in the flaws, AG.
No, it's not. But okay.
I mean, look, I didn't make this bullshit up.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I know the rules.
I didn't make this bullshit up.
but yeah, like he got dragged, and he got dragged, and he doubled down on not giving a fuck. Like, I have never had less and more respect for one man at the same time.
He turned around and made a record helping us understand his growth behind all of his flaws. He actually kind of tripled down on it.
No. AG, this is the thing about that. Like, this motherfucker did the impossible. He was hip hop artist who made a borderline apology album, and nobody gave him shit about it.
I don't even know what album you're talking about.
Why would you give him shit about it?
AG, because that's how the hip hop community works, AG.
But you can't
be out here being sensitive to these hoes. At least that's how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's how it used to be.
Hear me out. What I'm saying is, I don't think that there is too many people in the hip hop community, which is mostly male, would look at Jay-Z and be like, bruh, you cheated on Beyonce. What's wrong with you?
No,
I believe a lot of us felt that way. Well, hear me out. And because of that, him apologizing, because that's what it was. He made an entire record apologizing. He got us with his producers and said, this is what I'm trying to do. So, okay, let's make it as raw as possible, all the way down to how we record this, all the way down to the microphone choice. And it's just like, okay, so we can't call it anything else. I need to apologize to this woman because she is the flyest chick in the game. Like, for real. This is not because I'm married to her. This is because I'm married to her. She's the mother of my kids. She is actually the hottest chick in the game. All the things. And we all felt that way. So why would I tell him he being a chump because he's doing what I think he should do? How can that be?
Okay. AG, you just said a whole bunch of words that lets me know that you are a broke ass nigga. And I don't mean, I mean that in the most respectful way possible.
I know what you mean, but
I mean, and here's the thing.
Wealthy.
No, but here's
I was wealthy.
No. I feel no. Maybe if you were wealthy, but not if you were rich and famous. Because yes, we us common guys who have like mere mortal penises and bank accounts, like we look at Beyonce and we go, "Well, you better not fuck that up." Well, you. But to people who live that lifestyle, man, there's like 15, 20 fly ass chicks, Beyonce's everywhere this nigga go. And he ain't with her for a successful career, because guys don't get with women for their success. Not when you already have a nice layer of billions of your own. But no, so like, no, he did not have to make that album. He chose to make that album because he is a team player, meaning because that album helped Beyonce's career. Didn't help his, helped hers.
Only thing I'm saying is I truly believe that, especially based off some of the tracks that I heard off of that record that Jay-Z did, I truly believe that Jay-Z was immature and he was a hoe, but it had nothing to do with how much he loved his wife. Once he fixed some of his problems, or at least on the path to do so, which that record showed me, I think that him putting up, not really putting up, but him dealing with a deluge of like, you ain't shit all the time, is what he just was going to do. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened. It happened in No Doubt. No Doubt's another example of that. You hurt my feelings. I'm going to make a song about it. You deal with it and cash these checks. This is no different to me. He loves his wife. He was an idiot. This is how I'm paying for it. I understand what she's doing. I'm going to let her do it. And I'm going to, like you said, know my role. I'm a team player. But it starts with, I love my wife. I love my family. What was I doing? I was an idiot. This is why, fixing it, moving on. That's what I think happened. That's all I'm saying.
And I have no problem with it. What I'm saying is, and we're agreeing on all those things. I'm just saying it's amazing that somebody did that shit, because he didn't have to do that shit.
No, he did not.
He didn't have to do that shit to save his marriage, because the truth of the matter is, once that album was made, they already were gonna stay together. Because you don't make that album and drag his ass like that if you're not gonna stay.
True, like, I get that. But isn't what he did like the $4 million ring Kobe had to buy his wife? Isn't that the same thing?
That's exactly what I just said.
Right,
he did the Kobe method.
Right. I mean, right. What's the difference? It all starts with love. I think it's that.
It all starts with love. Yeah,
it does, man. Yeah. I believe it's that organic. I really do.
It starts off with love. Next thing you know, your penis is some different pussy. You get caught, and then she drags your ass through the mud. But you know what, baby, I'm gonna let you say this shit because I want to stay together with you. And then he comes out with some album I've never heard of. Like, I don't even know what y'all talking about that it came out with.
You didn't hear that record? You go back and check it out. It's actually really good.
It's not a bad album. I mean, I don't like Jay-Z for real, but it's, you know,
I don't even know the shit existed. But hey, man, and then to go with Mo B's point, yeah, man, his dreads are fucking out of control. Them shit.
I thought that was what he meant to do.
They're freeform.
Not the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, it's on purpose, and I'm not taking a shot at people who want to do freeform. I'm just simply saying, like, based on how Jay-Z carried himself for like his whole career, which was always clean cut, you know, always trying to look super sharp. As he got older, you know, and then she drags him, I'm thinking, hey, you gonna want to come out and be like real sex symbolish, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to put your best foot forward. And Jay-Z and Jay-Z said, "No, man, fuck that. I already won." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
He's like,
we
I don't give
doing
two
this
shits about
now,
what I
man.
look
Yeah,
like. Because you know what? She drugged my ass.
we just gonna look like a
Did
a
she
wise
really
man.
drag him if he was wrong? How do you get drug if you wrong?
AG, we just talked about this. You can be wrong and be dragged, and I can
Yeah.
prove it because anything that your wife has ever done that has been wrong towards you, no matter how small it was, you didn't go out of your way to make a project to remind her and all of the people around you that she made that mistake.
That is true. I'm sorry. My bad. You would think I would know that. You would think I would know that. That's true. My bad. I'm a back.
So once again, you're right. He was wrong. That don't mean she ain't drag his ass. Like,
Yeah, she dragged his ass. I mean, look, man. In real talk, people were talking about it, but then the
and he
famous
went on
line-
tour with her.
Yeah, he did.
Like
Did.
she's doing all the diss tracks and he's doing all the apology tracks. Like, yo,
I can't say I wouldn't have done the same thing, sir.
first of all, AG, I'm here to tell you that I stand on business, AG. I absolutely would have done the same shit.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
You just said you wouldn't want to do that, though. You
Just
said
'cause you don't
would
wanna
hope
do
that
it.
you would do that.
Just because you don't want to do it.
Exactly, Ruben.
I don't mean you ain't.
I absolutely am self-aware enough to know that I ain't fucking this up, okay? Like, so if this what I got, if I gotta sit here and look like somebody's old gym clothes with some sandals on and some freeform locks on the side of the stage just to make everybody feel like she's doing me even more of a favor, because that's what I feel like happens. Because look, think about all the big public figures that have like publicly got caught in infidelities. Like the value that their significant other has on their life is dictated by what they do afterwards. Like Tiger Woods fucked up so much in tribute, he decided to not be a good golfer anymore. He was just like, you know what? I fucked up this marriage. So you know what I'm gonna do? I ain't even gonna play golf well no more. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you can't prove that what the case.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna play golf well that much more. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
He
You know
was
what I'm
a
saying?
different guy for years.
Kobe fucked up so bad that he was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a teammate and like just this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed public figure that I have never been before afterwards.
Absolutely.
It did a whole bunch of shutting the fuck up. A whole bunch of
So basically, like when you truly love somebody as a guy and you fuck up, you owe it to them to fuck up whatever it is you're good at in tribute of them. In tribute of them. So basically, she is known as beautiful, top-notch entertainer. So in tribute, this nigga said, I'm gonna look as bad as possible now for the rest of my life. Just so now these women think you are even that much greater of a person to still be with my sorry ass. And so, like I said, I stand on business, AG. I absolutely would have done the same shit.
So you would have put on some Jesus sandals too?
I absolutely would have done the same shit. I couldn't grow the freeform locks. I probably would have had the receding hairline showing. You know what I'm saying? I would have intentionally tried to put some more gray hair in my beard or something. Hell, I might have did like the Anthony Hamilton like patchy beard thing for a while. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Just so like even though I wouldn't have, I can't sing, I could at least be like publicly singing like Charlene every time people see me. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here waiting for you to call. Like I feel like I just got broken up with, even though you still with me. Like,
and to add to that, I would have had the Mr. Rogers sweater. Oh
yeah,
you got him in a cardigan too.
Damn
no,
straight.
I see Ruben, because that would have been too much seen as being stylish. He just started wearing t-shirts with the inside out and some yoga pants and some sandals and like bamboo earrings and shit. Like he was just doing all types of wild shit.
Yo, man, you gonna have a Lester hairline too?
Bruh,
Hey,
that
man,
hairline is.
Look, whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a motherfucker gets paid enough to not care.
in the famous words of Jay-Z, I can't see him coming out my eyes, so I got to make these songs cry.
Oh shit. Let's catch up to the board. So Black Morticia Adams was like, people saw Cowboy and that motherfucker wearing them hats and ran with it. That album was a flute album with words. Oh God.
You know, yeah, look, I'll be honest. It's got a couple of like super big production tracks up there that I just think are absolute garbage. Like when I hear them, I'm just like,
you overdid it.
The production is great on this. Your vocals are always going to be amazing. Like her production level is always going to be Walmart, too big to fail. But there's some tracks that I'm just like, this is just, you just made this track. Like this, you just fucking made this track just to make this track. And the fact that it has like 20 some tracks up there is just like proves to me. No, it just proves to me even more that she just had no fucking direction for this album. I think she wanted to make a country album, and then like 6 songs in was like, fuck, I can't make a country album. So I'm just gonna put on these other tracks.
Kebiako, the Rock Wild is one of the hottest micro songs ever. He's right about that. That's just
yes. And if Ruben, if there's not one track you're gonna listen to on this Beyonce album, just fucking after the show, I'm gonna have y'all listen to Desert Eagle. It's got a crazy little.
I would say not listen to.
No, you're gonna listen to it. It's 1 minute and 15 seconds. It's called Desert Eagle. It's got like this crazy little bass line, which is the only beat, and the lyrics are nasty. Like the nasty. Like I'm just like, yo, whoever you made or whoever wrote this song made this about, I can't picture it being Jay-Z. Like in fact, when I hear Desert Eagle, to me, I'm just like, this is proof that Beyonce's fucking somebody else. Because there's no way in my mind's eye I can make this about that dirty sack nigga. Like I just can't.
What did he call him? Oh shit. Oh wow.
Now, granted, that is my male ego talking. That is the whole he ain't hitting it right talking. So I'm fully aware of that. But
apparently he is. She stayed.
First of all, we have proven that nigga ain't got to hit it right. The nigga ain't got to hit it right if that bank account right. He just ain't got to do it.
I still say you kind of do. I still say you kind of do.
Well, but here's the thing, right? Her numbers start with M's. His start with B's. And you know what? Sometimes
no. She's approaching $1 billion, right?
She's approaching.
She's the breadwinner right now. Like he got wealth, but she the rich one right now. Like she the one that's still progressively growing, where he's just like maintaining.
Well, yeah.
Can you really maintain when you make $200 million a year in interest alone?
Yeah, a B. Yeah.
I mean, look. I ain't mad at it. This ain't no pot shot I'm taking that. I'm just saying that, like, nah, like she being with him, she's attached herself to him in many ways. So, like, I do believe she could leave and still be just as big of an entity. But I mean, part of her brand now is being Miss Carter.
Yeah,
that's true. Oh, I gotta agree. The first time I've ever disagreed with Black Morticia Adams, I don't think that you could suffer through bad peen.
Well, yeah,
I don't think that. I think eventually you're gonna find some good peen and then try to put it on a QT so you can keep that money.
So hold on.
I don't believe that.
No, but AG, what I will say is neither one of us can be the authoritative decider in that, because we don't go seeking penis. So we don't know just how important that is.
I mean, it is, sir.
No, AG. And I'm telling you, man, I learned this when I was 20 years old, and I went in Nancy's Nook and I saw a wall full of assorted sizes of dicks that were not claimed by any person. It was just a wall of fake dicks. And I realized that no, there's plenty of ways for these women to survive without us. Like they
agree.
Now they might love the intimacy of being with a real guy and everything, but with these cheat code dicks out there with enough money, I believe sacrifices can be made.
I don't think so, because with all the machinery and all the things, I understand what you're saying, and sometimes you're right, but this, I'm telling you, is nothing like a warm, stiff one. I'm just saying.
Oh no, AG, I agree with you in principle on that, but what I'm saying is I think enough women are willing to try to suffer through mediocre to subpar penis if there's a big enough bank account, and then when the shit really hits the fan, they'll just cheat on the dude because it ain't like he gonna find out, because he's probably too busy making money or making money.
Or he don't give a shit because his penis is terrible.
I just
Nah, ain't no guy that just don't give a shit.
exactly. Thank you, Black Morticia Adams. Them toys don't hit like the real one.
Look,
I'm saying.
I never.
Which she just
would.
contradicted herself by saying that, and I'm just letting you know. At some point, cheating is going to come into play because toys aren't enough. A warm, human, stiff one is just going to be going to be the ticket.
Damn it, man.
And I don't think any amount of money that you have access to is going to help. I don't believe that because see, here's my thing. All the machines that are out there, they still come get us. Now you tell me who needs who. Women have this.
Whoa. Preaching to the choir right there. I didn't say they don't.
I'm not saying
I'm just saying a lot of people think that they're willing to make that sacrifice. And what I'm saying is on the back end, they just become resentful about it. But on the front end, they're willing to try to make it. So when you like, I don't think it's a bad peen can be enough to stay. It can in the beginning and in the middle sometimes. But eventually, she gonna find her a random nigga that works at Foot Locker that just blow her back out once, just blow that back out.
Dude, at Foot Locker.
Is he wrong? Because if you go home to billions and you can get a nice schlong at Foot Locker and a pair of nice pair of sneakers, then I mean you have it all, don't you? You do. And because you're a woman, you get away with it a lot more elegantly than any man.
Yeah, because as a woman, you never have to worry about no dude in your life going up to your significant other and making a sentence like, hey, as a man, I just thought I should respectfully come up to you and let you know what your significant, like that's woman shit right there. I ain't never heard no dude come up to another dude and say respectfully,
well,
I'm fucking your person. No.
And we got a great example of this. Will and Jada. Entanglements.
I don't know if we call that a great example.
I think so.
It's an example of tragedy. It's an American black tragedy. It's an American black tragedy.
Okay.
Because this man, once again, loves her so much, and tribute, he's decided to ruin his career because this bitch can't grow hair.
See, we won't even talk about that. We won't even talk about the hair.
He sacrificed it all.
You're a fool,
For somebody he ain't even actually technically in a relationship with, sacrificed it all. I'm telling you, man, we just love different, man. Like, look, women, ladies, I know y'all feel like, hey, we be out here putting up with all y'all shit because we love y'all unconditionally. No. Y'all got several conditions on the shit. Men, like, we love different. And I ain't saying all these fucked up dudes that claim they love you actually do, but when you actually do have one that loves you, when he fucks up, he is in such shambles that he's got to fuck up a piece of his own life just in tribute to you. In tribute. Like, hey, baby, I love you so much. All this greatness I had? Fuck it.
I lost it all when I hit Chris Rock in the face.
We haven't actually answered the question, right?
Well, we kind of did.
No,
but didn't. I mean, when you go from the album to Big Dicks on the Wall, I mean, I just sometimes
I figured like we didn't need to really answer this ignorant white bitch who was just talking about racist shit because she actually doesn't know the history of country music. If you're gonna say you're not country just because bitch, country music was started by us.
Slaves.
We started it, and then y'all stole it, which y'all do with most things, and called it what, honky tonk or hillbilly shit, and y'all repurposed it and repackaged it. Y'all Elvis Presley that shit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all made it sadder, which is crazy that y'all people of affluence made it sadder. Like the because she made the statements that we were picking, we weren't being successful. Yeah, we actually had real reasons to be sad in life, and some reason y'all white people came and made the shit sadder.
They shot my dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And y'all had to go inventing reasons to be sad. Like you make whole country songs about how you fucked your own life up, but then we're supposed to feel sorry for you. We were making songs about how y'all niggas was beating the shit out of us.
What's your name? Kunta Kinte. Your name is Toby.
but you're right, bitch. It ain't country, and you know, I hope that racism was worth it to be public like that, and then have everybody, because you know, she's not one of the white people that obviously are scared of people calling her a racist, because you know, she don't give a fuck about her being called racist. Like, I bet she'll be honest and say, I ain't got no black friends. She ain't even gonna say she got one black friend. She's like, I ain't got no black friends.
Is that the mark of a real racist?
Yeah, she ain't even gonna,
no black friends.
yeah, she ain't even gonna try to give you no fake ass number. I don't even know no niggers. Like, I don't even know no niggers.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Well, with that being said, AG man, what's on your mind?
You know, I don't know how to articulate it, but I just want y'all to know that there is a difference between a man going to the bathroom and a woman going to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom and take a dump. I'm gonna be in there for a while, and I'm not pooping the whole time. It's a vacation, and I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? I do. I don't really want any time away from her, but when I get in there, I could be in there 40 minutes. And I'm sending reels to everybody I know. I'm playing trivia crack.
You get some of the best reading done. You find an article that you like and you just read.
Bro, a lot of the questions I come up with for the show or things I need to do for the show to make my end better, it's in the bathroom. I downloaded an app that helps me record things on the fly. I was like, yeah, I need to do that. I did that in the bathroom, bro. I'm 10% better as a production guy on this show because I went to the bathroom.
Oh shit.
AG.
Yes, sir.
You are absolutely right, man. The bathroom is vacation. Bro, I be in the bathroom. Look, fuck it. I'll say it because it's funny as shit to me. Look, I enjoy my bathroom trip so much that my wife has accused me of going to the bathroom to masturbate. And I'm like, babe, I promise you, I was in there taking a shit and I was happy as fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? I came out feeling like a new goddamn man. I got some good ass reading done, caught up on some of my emails. I planned out my next 2 weeks work schedule. Like, that's the most productive 30 minutes of my goddamn week.
Exactly. And you know what? And it's not like I mean to do it, but there's something about the door being closed, the fan being on, that encapsulates me in this comfort zone.
And nobody's bothering you.
Exactly. And it's just like the world has stopped. And it's just like I'm in there and just on the phone, or like when I was a kid, reading a magazine, whatever it was. And I'm like, bro.
Man, when I was a teenager, there was nothing like being in the bathroom with a Game Informer magazine. You know, I'm looking at all the video games about to come out and shit. Like, that was it for me.
Exactly. You learn a lot in the bathroom, man. You learn a lot.
Yes, sir.
Bro, you ever gone to the bathroom hoping you could take a shit? Not because you needed to or anything, but just because you was like, there's so much chaos going on in the rest of the house. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just
I don't think I've ever done that before. Usually when I go to the bathroom, either it's legit or I feel like it's gonna be legit, but I've never done that before just to hide.
I did go to hide. I went in there to hope, AG.
Hope,
not to hide. I went in there to hope. I was like, you know what? If I go in there and sit down and relax, I'm pretty sure something will happen. Bruh. So let me
let me
so that's you keeping hope alive.
Sometimes, you know, when I wasn't living by myself and I go in the bathroom to do what I do, shit's so great, fall asleep up on that bitch, man.
Bro, you're the only person I've ever heard in my life say that shit. And I know it's true just because I've actually heard you snore before.
Yep.
So, like, bro, you have next level that shit. You are a grandmaster.
I didn't
Jedi.
know there was levels.
Yeah,
there's always levels to it.
You
baby.
found the 37th chamber of taking a shit.
Sometimes just getting there, man, and you're reading this shit. The shit gets comfortable, and next thing you know, out.
Nah, man, I can't. And maybe this isn't a short joke, but maybe because like you sitting down on the toilet is different for me because my legs can't be like that forever. Because I would just not be able to walk for a week if I slept like that in that position with my knees hiked up like that. Man.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how you don't fall off the toilet if you actually fell asleep.
Balance, baby. Balance.
You're amazing. Well, anyway, that's what's on my mind. I don't really know how women can go in there and take a poop and just take the poop and come out. It happens so fast. And so I'm
Because,
like,
man,
okay, well,
they
you know
went-
what? There are just differences, man. Like Moby just said, we love differently, and apparently we poop differently too. So that's what's on my mind, y'all.
And you know, the other thing is, it's really hard to fuck up shit in the bathroom.
Exactly. Wet noodles, absolutely.
Yeah. Hitting the bathroom, coworkers and kids, legs be like wet noodles when I get up. I mean, sometimes it's like that, unless you know you're a trained artist. So
Think my
Moby.
foot, my foot up probably falling asleep or some shit. I'd be doing a dead leg walk for the next 30 minutes.
That's why I never understand. Like in apartments and shit, they find the shortest fucking toilets.
They do.
Putting them bitches, man.
You are not wrong.
And I'm just like,
And
bro,
how the fuck y'all think I feel? Y'all motherfuckers talking
You must
about
be feeling like you're filled up in a box.
how the fuck you think I feel when 6'3" goes down? I'm doing like the deepest level squat ever in my life.
For real. Because like when you sit down on those short stools, you punching, you kneeing yourself in the face, ain't you?
Yeah, my knees are in my armpits. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
yeah,
I'm
I've
just in
gone.
that bit. I'm just yeah.
Like there have been times, man. It's just like you walk to a bathroom that's not yours, and you see how short that toilet is. I think a couple of minutes. Nah, fuck that. It ain't worth it.
It's
just
always
hold
worth
that
it,
shit.
sir. It's
Nah,
always worth it.
man. Not
Come
when
on,
you
man.
not when your knees on in your nose, bro.
Yeah,
Bruh,
man.
I'm-
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Look, man,
Just saying.
I ain't got options. So
Well, yeah, exactly.
if that shit gotta happen, that shit gotta happen. Like,
Exactly. You act like you got choices, man. I mean, you always do have a choice, but the alternative is not cool. So I'm
It
just
depends, man. Like I said, I go through the shit in my head, man. I'm like, how much longer I'm gonna be here? Can I hold it?
well, first of all, every guy goes through that in public. Like, I have a theory about public bathrooms, and the reason that the shits are always the worst in public bathrooms is because the only reason people go take a shit in the public bathroom is you couldn't hold that shit.
Exactly.
Like that shit was just coming, and it was awful, and you knew it, and you just like, hey,
It was awful and you knew it.
because if I had the option, if I was like, man, I'd be home in like 25 minutes, I'm good. If I could hold it like that, that ain't the shit you worried about. Them public bathroom shits would be like, yo, I'm not gonna make it to the goddamn car. So like this shit got to happen now.
You go in there, you wipe your toilet seat off, however you choose to do it, or you may have to hover. I mean, sometimes you got.
Fortunately, I've never had to hover, but good gravy, man. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Anyway, that's what's on my mind, man. You know,
All right.
that's what's up. I just want to put that out there. Don't know answers, just making an observation.
AG with that shit talking today. All right, Moby, what's on your mind, sir?
Man, I would like to issue a public apology to somebody who I have literally verbally shitted on
Oh God.
for 25 years of my life, at least. Yeah, about 25 years of my life. Like somebody who just the mere mention of this person always just brought forth a visceral hate, because he might be the most influential person in music today that nobody's given his flowers to. So because I've been around all these AAU kids listening to their hippity hop music and
Hippity hop music. You wanted to sound 60?
their noise making mumble rap, I realized that there is a founding father of a hip hop style right now that does not get the love he deserves.
She said
Because
better not be Drake.
nah, fuck a Drake.
Fuck
'Cause
Drake.
Drake-
So Drake's a thing now?
Fuck a Drake. Fuck a Drake.
Oh shit.
Nah, man, because this artist is well before Drake's time. But like we listen to like a string of tracks, and I can't name the tracks, but like my daughters and their friends were literally, when I say they were in it, like they were in it. And they were in the pocket, you know, quoting the lyrics in the pocket. So like I know ain't no imitators here. Like even the white chicks, they with it. You know what I'm saying? Even the white chicks was with these rappers. And I was just amazed because they were all, you know, when you hear people reciting lyrics, sometimes you hear somebody that's a little bit off, a little, you know, they ain't quite got the rhythm right.
Mhm.
Well, all these chicks are right on the money which is impossible to me because the rappers are offbeat. So that means they have taught themselves how to imitate rappers who are already offbeat. And I just thought,
Shit.
my goddamn, I gave Silk the Shocker so much shit growing up. And all these niggas out here
That's true.
offbeat like Silk the Shocker. And I know Silk the Shocker sitting somewhere going, I birthed this shit, nigga.
He
like,
did.
Like, dog, I was the founding father of don't know where the fucking beat is.
Dude,
Like,
so much.
I was the dude that came in and rapped everything a cappella, even though the beat was actually playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the founding father of the ghost beat, where basically, like, I know that beat was there, but I couldn't really see it. You know what I'm saying? I heard it a little bit. It was, you know, like every track Beats by the Pound just made a whole bunch of Casper beats for me right now because they were just friendly ghosts as far as I'm concerned. Like, and I gave this nigga so much shit because I'm just like, this nigga can't find the beat. He can't accidentally get on beat. I bet if he was drunk, that'd be the only time he could be on beat.
I like Silk the Shocker.
And all these rappers out here off the beat, and I ain't not one time heard nobody when they be like, who influenced you? Silk the Shocker. Because all these niggas should be like, hey, Silk the Shocker was that dude.
He was that dude. He was one of one.
Because when I was out here trying to figure out what was going to be my inspiration on this beat, I heard this hot ass beat because once again, I acknowledge that the producers with all the technology and the sampling and all the tools they have at their disposal, the production level of hip hop has never been fucking better. So they heard this hot ass Metro Boomin beat. They heard this Mustard on the beat. They heard all of these great ass producers. Hit Boy made them a beat, and they said, you know what I want to do? Not rap on it. No. Hear me out. Because this beat is fire, right? You know what I'm saying? This beat slap, right? And you know, when people hear this slapping ass beat, they're gonna be like, oh man, I bet this rapper gonna be right in the groove of this hot ass beat. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fuck him up, right? I'm gonna rap on a whole nother beat, even though this the beat that's playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go triple time on the half beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna record my ad libs first.
You know what, Mo? I think you are backhanded, like dissing this dude right now. Even though you trying to say you sorry.
No, but I owe him an apology because look, man, it was the old quote like, if you're a hero, you live long enough to become you can live long enough to become a villain. This nigga was a villain who's lived long enough to become a hero.
He an award for being most influential at this point,
bro. He needs a lifetime achievement award. all these Detroit drill rappers and these young boys that be rapping like 3,000 words in one bar, even though it ain't really on beat. When you got the baby's ad lib being off beat, bro, how your fucking ad lib off beat?
Yo, Keviako said that Lil Tito had to be inspired by Silk the Shocker.
Actually, he ain't wrong. He had to be. And the thing is, I bet these niggas don't even know. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas don't even know their history, man. They don't know once upon a time there was a dude on Make 'Em Say that was the only dude that did not know where the beat was.
But I mean, in their defense, does any young person know their history? For the most part, that's not true. It's just like, I mean, young people, you know, come on, man.
But just because I need to bring it up again, what fucking beat was Silk the Shocker on to Make him say just randomly in his beat in the middle of his verse, he goes, I make him say nah, and it won't even on the goddamn beat. Yeah, like bro, how did Master P look at his brother and be like, yeah, it's fire? Was Master P such a fucking visionary that he was like, hey, yo, Silk, they not gonna get it today, but by 2020, nigga, that's gonna be that fire, nigga. Like everybody gonna be like, yo, you was the godfather of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not get your flowers today, bro, but I promise you, my dog, like, one day it's gonna be a gang of niggas that don't know where the beat is, and they're gonna be like, Silk is where it all started.
I don't know, man. I think it's both. Because I mean, he is on the record, and it's a timeless record, man. I mean, we still refer to it on this show. I'm just saying.
Once again, I owe Silk the Shock an apology because young me just did not get that he was 20 years ahead of his time. And that's okay. Like, you know, like honestly, I still just ain't caught up yet, but apparently this next generation has, man. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to give this nigga his flowers. Like, because I've dissed him for most of my life, and now I listen to Silk and I'd be like, he ain't even that bad now, because these niggas are because they've next leveled it. They're so far off the beat, they're on the next beat. You know what I'm saying? They be 2 tracks ahead of the album.
AG.
Yes.
I was a big Silk the Shocker fan. I used to catch heat consistently from this motherfucker about how sorry Silk the Shocker is, how that motherfucker don't know what a beat looks like. Yo, I'm 20 years of this shit, man.
Well,
20 years of this shit.
Consider yourself redeemed and validated.
All day. Like,
because apparently, I mean, and really when I listen to rap today, it's not really that they not on beat, but their delivery is like Moby said, and this is true. Their delivery is 2 or 3 bars down to where it doesn't come back to the one until the next bar.
They're either way ahead of the beat or way behind the beat. Nobody wants to live in the groove no more. Like,
well, I'm just saying it does get back to one at some point. It does. I have to say that
it does, but man, it take a journey to get there.
It does, absolutely. It's not.
Basically, it's like yo, they've created every 16 bars is like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where by the end of it, I just go, couldn't we have just flown the goddamn eagles to the damn shit and dropped it in there?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Thank you, Moby. Thank you.
I don't know if you're thanking me for that, but I just, like I said, Silk the Shocker, if you're one of the 7 people that stumble on this shit, I sincerely mean it, bro. Like I know I have made like a lot of jokes about it right now, and it sounds like I'm being very facetious, but no, man, I really was thinking about it today, and I was just like, oh man, you truly were ahead of your time, whether you were doing it on purpose or not. Like maybe you were so far ahead of the beat that you were so far ahead of time that like you were like a time traveler on every track. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you was just taking your verse from 2023 and bringing it back to 98 every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time. We just didn't even know. I didn't know this nigga was the original Marty McFly. Like I didn't know this.
Jesus.
All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Now he's sorry.
Like no, Silk the Shocker. Like for real, dog. You're the OG. You are the GOAT of offbeat rappers. Like maybe somebody is better than you at it now, but I'm telling you, man, you were where it all started, and I just want to salute the GOAT, Silk the Shocker.
I got nothing.
Wow. I mean, yeah. Well, thank you, Moby, for your testimony today. For the pulpit. Appreciate you.
Testimony.
I mean, I can tell that was way heavy on your chest, and you need to get it out. You know,
I mean, look, man,
let it out.
AG was talking about taking a shit, and I was like, make him say, and Silk the Shocker. Salute.
So I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that, except that it's gonna be pretty quick actually. Yo, man, last week did some work stuff, yada yada yada. I never thought, however, that I would actually see something that really looks like the fucking Maze Runner. You know, that trilogy with all the kids and stuff that got trapped in, all that. Because went to Pittsburgh last week, bro, and left the airport in an Uber. Whatever, no big deal. Looks like a whole bunch of West Virginia over there. I didn't realize where I was. I thought it was in West Virginia. And then we went through a tunnel. And next thing you know, is motherfucking technology. It's a city. Is all this shit going on. And I was
Shit
just
ton of
like,
bridges. Shit ton of bridges.
shit ton of bridges. But I was like, so did y'all just tell the other side, hey, fuck y'all, y'all need no technology up in this bitch? You know, that's only for crossing the tunnel? Because that's what it looked like. And I really didn't know how to deal with it at first. Because, you know, I was just like, because it's just like the Maze Runner. When they went through and all that shit, they went through all those levels and they opened the door as a fucking city. That's how I felt. I went through the tunnel and it's a fucking city. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Where did this shit come from?
I can't say that he's lying. That pretty much is what happens.
I mean, yo, man, on 1 second, on our right side, we see a turkey stuck between like the exit lane and the flow of cars on the interstate. And
Like a wild turkey?
This is wild turkey. Just
just a turkey. Looking like he lost his game of Frogger. And he's stuck on the little piece of grass. And then we go through his tunnel, and it's like
major metropolitan area.
I'm in a new motherfucking, like, where am I at? Yo, bro, I'm just saying, Pittsburgh, man.
Hey, Ruben, can I give a shout out to Pittsburgh though?
Yeah.
AG, I need you to hear this, man. This especially for you. So, I can no longer say in my 40-year life I have not been to a strip club before. Because I inadvertently got taken to a strip club.
What?
And it was the saddest strip club I have ever been to in my life. Because it's the only one I've been to. But trust me, on the like, it was such a sad strip club experience. I'm not sure if I really have still been to a strip club.
Okay, well, I want to hear the part where you inadvertently got into a strip club.
I'll tell you exactly what happened, AG. Since you asked, I'm with some co-workers, and me and Ruben the day before found a little dive bar. And when I say a dive bar, it's like a little teeny hallway, couple little bar. It was a mixed crowd in there, cheap drinks. My speed, walking distance to the hotel. So when the next batch of our co-workers comes in the next day, I'm like, hey, there's a little dive bar down the street if y'all want to roll. So a couple of us walk down there. On this night, totally different vibe in there. There's like a lot of nothing in there. So they're like, hey, man, let's see if we can find another bar around the corner. So one of the guys in the bar was like, hey, there's another bar around the corner, blah, blah, blah. We walk over there, nothing. So one of our other coworkers says, hey, I'm going to that dive bar y'all were going to. So we walk back over there. By the time we get there, he's talking to 2 young ladies at the bar. And he's like, what's there to do? And I know it's Tuesday night, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you should come to this club here. We're about to go to work right now. That's the club that we're about to go to. And now, AG, I know in my head, I should have been thinking when girls say they work at a club, they're referring to being strippers.
Right.
But AG, neither one of these women were anything that even would resemble stripper attire. And they weren't talking about, they didn't say we were dancers. They said we work at the club, like we work, we got to be there by a certain time. To me, those are like, I'm a bartender type shit, because they were talking to the bartender at this bar. So I'm thinking, okay. So he was like, my man was like, hey, we'll get an Uber and we'll go there. Bet. Now this is the dude that early in the day found his like stripper club Groupon club membership, where he was trying to get us to go to some strip club that had buy one get one house dances. Hey, Ruben, am I lying?
He's not.
The dude, he was like, hey man, this strip club.
Shout out to him. He's cool.
He was like, this strip club's got buy one get one free lap dances. I'm just like, nigga, that's a club I do not want to go to. When you got to advertise buy one get one free lap dances,
shit like
ain't no telling what's gonna be in that place.
That was actually a Groupon?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it was a Groupon, but he really had a flyer online for it.
2 lap dances for one. I was like, what?
Okay.
Where they do that shit at?
So he was the one that was talking to these young ladies. Now, at no point in time did they say to him that they were dancers or anything either. So we get an Uber, we put the address in, we get a cool ass Uber driver. Half the people in this vehicle are severely intoxicated, and we're riding. we go to the place, we get to the club, and I look at it, I'm like, kind of look like it might be a strip club. But I also was thinking, really want no cars in it for real? Because granted, it's still like 10:30, still fairly early. I'm like, all right, maybe
And
regular
it's
Tuesday
Tuesday.
night. Yeah, it's a Tuesday, so I'm like, hey, maybe a little bar type club lounge. Lounge is what I was thinking because one of the words on the thing was lounge. I forgot what it says. Some bar, and I was like, all right, lounge. So we get in there and we walk in, and there's one girl sitting at the bar and one bartender. And the girl
I
that's
was not
sitting
here
at
for this.
and the girl that's sitting at the bar is clearly in her stripper attire, just sitting at the bar. So now I'm already in, and I'm just like, and then once we walk past the bar part, I see the stripper poles and everything. I'm like, yo, this is a strip club. and one of my other coworkers was like, yeah, I guess. And then the coworker in question was like, oh, you didn't know that? Nah. Like nowhere in this did we say we're going to a strip club. Like nobody said anything about a dancer. Nobody said anything about any of that. So he goes up to the bar and he was like talking to the bartender. He was like, oh, so then he starts talking to girls like he was like, you don't know me working? And he was like, no, we got 2 more girls in the back. They about to come out, nobody, we just opened up. And then the 2 girls that we saw at the bar walk in behind us. And he goes, and the bartender goes, yeah, those are 2 girls right now. And my coworker now he's mad because he can't let this shit go. He's like, you just lied to me, dog. And he was like, what? He was like, you said the 2 girls in the back. They came from the front. We know them chicks already. He's like, I thought you said you had 2 more in the back. And he was like, well, I got 2 more coming. He's like, nah, man, I can't trust you. You already lied to me.
I can't. Did he really say that?
Yes.
Wow.
For the rest of the night, he wouldn't let the shit go, man. For the rest of the night. So, AG, I'm in a strip club with 4 guys. Because we came, 4 of us. 4 guys, 3 strippers, 1 ATM machine that doesn't work.
Wait a minute. Whoa. How are you supposed to get money?
The ATM machine didn't work. So we had to cash app the bartender so he could give us cash. So I almost said his name. So my man he had to cash app old boy to get the money. And he gets a wad of ones. And he just hands us ones. I'm like, bro, what you do? He's like, hey man, here. He just gives me ones. And I'm just like, all right, now I just got a handful of ones. And then I'm thinking, it's 4 of us and 3 of them. Like
There was more y'all than strippers.
Exactly.
That's how it's just supposed to work.
And look, I'll say most of the night I spent talking to one of the strippers at the bar, just because she was just like, you kind of seem like, she's like, I know this is lame to you because you just totally don't seem like you. And I'm like, it's not you, it's you. You know what I'm saying? It's not you, but it's you.
Yes, I gotta use that one. It's not you, but it's you.
And I'm like, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's nothing appealing to me about like putting money in like a girl's thong and everything, and she dances. And I know that makes me like not very heterosexual male or whatnot, or maybe that just makes me like fake respect women more than I actually do. But like, it's just, it doesn't turn me on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing my coworkers, and one of them got a stripper on the shoulders. The other one guy's bent over. The other one
Hold on a second, Moby. Repeat that again. Where was she?
On the shoulders. On the shoulders. I love
strippers are on shoulders.
Look, one
It's
where there's
more
only
of them than
when there's
there
only
are.
4 clients and they got to put on for this money.
Exactly. There was more. It was more clientele than it was strippers. Of course, she's on his shoulders.
And then one of them was really working. One of the females was really working to get some after hour business. That's what we'll call it, after hour business. And she was talking to me, and she got Heisman on it, and I respected her, man, because she had a really good personality, very attractive young lady. You know what I'm saying? Looked like she got a good head on her shoulders, true hustler, real salesman, not realizing that the 4 dudes that were in there all working sales. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I know the tactics, but like midway through her pitch, I had to hit her with the no disrespect. I have never had to pay to have a woman take her clothes off. And you're not going to be the one that convinces me otherwise.
I'm glad I was in my room.
And she laughed at it. And she was like, I ain't gonna front. I ain't never had nobody just be direct like that with me. I can dig it. So we talked for a little while, and then she eventually made her way to another dude, in which she gave the proposal to. And look, I don't know that man's business. I don't know what happened after we left. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? He took his Uber to his hotel, who was staying in a separate hotel. Look, anything can happen. I ain't asked that man no question. That's none of my business. And AG, I don't appreciate you judging him like that.
You know what? I don't care what you appreciate. I give 0 F's about what you appreciate because I'm judging like a champ. Actually, I was thinking about his dick well-being, but okay, I hope he covered it up.
Hey, look, man, none of my business. All I know is
it's not none of my business, but since I know it, then I'm gonna say, for real.
All I know is she got shut down quick. And look, anybody who's listening to this podcast or show, I promise you, there are a couple things that I will say about myself, and none of them are to like make myself sound better. I do not have some high moral compass standard where I just respect women so much that I can't do it. It's ego. It has nothing to do with morality. I just have too much fucking ego to have to pay a chick to do it. Like, just call it what it is. That's what it is. I don't respect you that much. Like, because most of y'all don't respect yourselves that much because y'all put price tags on the pussy all the time. But me, I have an ego. Like, look, I would pay for dinner. You know what I'm saying? I would, pay for an outing because I could convince myself that I paid for the experience, not the vagina. But if you're going to flat out just be like, this pussy costs this much, I'm going to say I can never afford that pussy. Period.
Sunshine.
Or I'm never willing to.
Sunshine pussy, right?
And I realized after watching those guys act, I've been to a stripper party at a hotel. I have seen ignorant, drunk men perform poorly in front of strippers. But I hadn't been done in a long time. And after seeing this, it reminded me there's a reason I don't really enjoy strip clubs. It's a real cringe activity to me. Like this random dude giving this chick that really ain't interested in him money for the illusion of sexual promiscuity later on. Nah, miss me with that. I'm cool. I know I'm chubby and I ain't got enough money to fulfill your sexual desires. So we good. Like you can just say that up front and we can just have a nice casual conversation like me and this chick had where she talked about my freckles and I talked about my kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy that's at the strip club talking about my kids and shit. But yeah, shout out to that sad ass strip club in Pittsburgh. Thank you for giving me my one and only strip club experience and still making me feel like I've never been to a strip club all at the same time.
Wow.
It's because it's not you, it's you.
I mean, it's not you, it's just you. And what I meant by that, it's like it's you because we're at this bar and you're in a thong and this little ass top sitting having a normal ass conversation with me like you're not in stripper attire, like you weren't just making it clap in front of me 2 seconds ago. Like it's hard for me to be. I can't go back to just being casual now because like I don't trust anything about this conversation because I know you are selling me. It's like if I'm talking to a used car salesman at a used car lot, I know what you're trying to sell me, bro. Like you ain't really that interested in my family life. You ain't really that interested in my background, my kids, where I'm from. You're interested in getting me to spend money on what you selling, and I ain't got it.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode because I can't follow that. I can't follow that. And yeah, I had my thing. Pittsburgh, that shit was weird, but whatever. Maybe one day we'll be
into that. That shit was weird. That's Pittsburgh. Shit's weird. That should be their city slogan. Pittsburgh. Shit's weird.
But Like always, thank AG and Moby being with me on the podcast today. Also, thank everybody who's listening, followed, whether they started off, they finished off, whatever. Hey man, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. 5minutewarning.com. Make sure you like and subscribe. We are here every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, we are here until we're not. So, with that being said,
Here till we're not.
Yep. That being said, I'd like to thank everybody for being on the episode today. Hey man, next Sunday we're gonna do it again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if people on the West Coast, that's like 6 p.m. So, hey, it's getting warm out there, so it is what it is. But once again, thank you, and like we always do about this time, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.